Well, Jonathan, I had hoped that Ridge would call you to tell you where he is because you're his attorney. No, all right. If you hear anything, please call me right away.
Any word about Ridge?
No, I don't know where the hell he is.
Well, he just probably needs some time alone.
Well, I can't blame him for that, especially the way the press has been dogging him, but...
This whole thing just seems so unreal.
Not to the police, it isn't.
May I help you?
Hunter Jones, Mrs. Forrester. I've been retained by your son as a private investigator.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Where is he?
If these reports need to be run, then uploaded to our distributor in Hong Kong.
Okay, I'll take care of it right away.
Thanks, Michael.
Just one question. This is pretty important stuff. Don't you normally take care of this yourself?
I don't have time.
Backlogged, huh?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm getting away for a few days.
Vacation?
No, just need to get the heck out of Dodge.
Well, things have been pretty crazy around here.
Now tell me about it.
Are you going anywhere in particular?
I hope so. Look, I know what you're thinking. Bad timing. Grant being shot, and my brother the prime suspect.
Well, the thought did cross my mind.
Well, I assure you, Michael, that I am just as concerned as anyone else.
No, I don't need to speak, Lieutenant Baker. I was just wondering when you will return some of the items that you confiscated from my office. Well, you took this award that was very sentimental to me. What? Not till after the trial. That could take weeks or months. All right, I understand. Thank you. Yes, Trish, what is it? They're here? Oh, no, it's fine, Send them in, thanks.
Mr. Chambers, darling, we are those famous Greeks bearing gifts. We've come to celebrate the return of the hero.
Well, thank you, but I think you may be exaggerating a little bit.
Oh, no, sir, not in my book.
What is this? What is this?
Well, I thought you'd be a little sick and tired of flowers.
Exactly. So, we decided to come up with something different. We consulted our catering expert, Clark Garrison Jr. He recommended sugar. There's sugar in every single item in there, including the cigars.
And something even more special, a Spectra Original, just for you.
Wow, what is this?
Please open it, and you will see. It is a unique design by Clark Garrison Jr., especially for you. Quickly, open it.
Oh, one-armed man can only move so fast. Oh, look at this. A bulletproof vest.
Well, what do you think?
Now, this is the mainstay of every man's wardrobe. You really should have. I am touched.
Oh, come on. Of course we should have. When a fine gentleman like you is attacked and shot at in his own office, his friends ought to try and help him see the humor in it. That's the comedy Purple Heart Grant. So, this is where it all happened, huh? Very interesting.
Sorry, buddy. She wanted to come over here and see for herself.
Well, of course I did. Who wouldn't want to come over and see it for themselves? This is a sensational story. Ridge Forrester standing here in the doorway with hatred and rage burning in his eyes. Pistol pointed right at your heart. That is hot stuff. I mean, that's a scandal to end all scandals.
Well, Sally, I think it's a little more than that.
Sorry, Grant. Forgive me. Low comedy is my downfall, but I'm not insensitive. I know it must have been horrible for you.
Well, it's over, and that's all that matters.
Right. Now it's time to celebrate. So, out with the old, in with the new. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the future of Forrester Creations.
Yes, indeed. Bravo, Mr. Grant Chambers.
Mr. Jones, where is Ridge?
He's in hiding.
He's in hiding.
Look, I have every right to know, and I expect you to tell me exactly where he is.
When he's ready to surface, I'm sure he will. In the meantime, just leave him alone.
No, he needs the love and support of the people who care about him most.
Dr. Hayes is absolutely right, and she should know. She's a psychiatrist.
I'm aware of the doctor's credentials. Top in your class at Northwestern.
Look, we need to know where he is. He's under a great deal of pressure. He's been accused of shooting someone.
She's absolutely right. I mean, this whole thing has just been blown out of proportion by the press.
Another reason why he shot through. He doesn't want you part of the media circus.
Then why exactly are you here?
I need some information. You're aware of the evidence that's piling up against him here. Fingerprints lifted off the weapon and positive ID by a victim.
Yes. So what do you think you can do about that?
Mrs. Forrester, simply tell me that you believe your son to be innocent.
Mr. Jones, he did not shoot Grant Chambers. He is innocent.
Okay. Then let's set out to find the person who isn't.
How do you intend to do that?
Every case has small holes in it, Doctor. Good detective work enlarges them into big ones.
So how do you plan on beginning?
I need to round up some additional suspects.
Ridge is my brother, Michael. I hate what's happening to him.
You don't have to convince me, Thorne.
It's not what I'm trying to do.
You have to admit, though, the evidence is overwhelming.
I don't care about the evidence, Michael. I know my brother better than anyone. Sure, Ridge is a hothead. He gets wound up every once in a while. But taking a gun, trying to kill someone, no way.
Well, I'm sure it would mean a lot to him, hearing you say that.
Well, we're family. He knows I care.
Still, with everything that's happened between you two lately,
It's nothing we can't deal with.
I just can't get over it. You know, this whole thing. Ridge, the gun, just doesn't make sense.
Exactly. And anyone who knows my brother has to realize it's ludicrous to think he would actually try and kill Chambers.
Well, if he didn't do it, Thorne, who did?
Look, I really appreciate your enthusiasm, but the future of Forrester Creations, it's still a ways off.
Oh, no. Not with you at the helm, guiding this dinosaur of an operation to success.
Clarke is absolutely right, Grant. Ridge Forrester's insane behavior proves how much guidance is needed. Instead of taking a shot at you, he should have gotten down on his knees to thank you for trying to drag this company into the 21st century.
Well, Sally, that is a great way of looking at it.
That's the only way of looking at it. You know, I bet the Forresters never expressed one little bit of concern for you. Not a hospital visit, not a phone call, nothing.
Well, I wasn't expecting chocolates and a bulletproof vest from them.
Well, it's just as well, because you'll never get anything even remotely like that from them. Because, my friend, you are not the hero to them. You are the villain. You are the character who came into these sanctified halls and tried to seize control, did seize control, while they were looking the other way. For that, you are the villain, and for that, it was justifiable for Ridge to try to put you 6 feet under. I'm sorry, Grant. I have done it again, haven't I? I am so sorry. Honey, I had no intention of making you relive that awful incident.
Come on, Sally, we're trying to cheer this guy up.
I know.
Grant, my man, you are in charge. And Ridge is history. I think this calls for a toast. What do you say we fire up a few cappuccinos?
Well, you are talking to the cappuccino master. Besides, I don't have that Forrester clown back there to give me a hard time.
So you're searching for additional suspects.
If your ex didn't pull the trigger, who did?
Do you have any idea?
None at all. I mean, for all intents and purposes, the police have closed the book on this case.
I just cannot believe that they assumed that Ridge shot Grant.
Yeah, well, I assume nothing. Everybody in this building on the night's a potential suspect.
Taylor was here, and so was I. Are you saying we're suspects?
You said that, Mrs. Forrester. But why don't we talk about the weapon found in Ridge's desk? Now, any ideas how that got there?
It was my gun. The handle had been cracked, and I wanted him to have it repaired for me. I didn't give it to him personally.
So there's a third party involved here.
Yes, I asked Michael Lai if she would take it down to his office.
Didn't she have a relationship with the victim?
She did. It wasn't a long-lasting one, though.
Why not?
Well, because he broke it off once Brooke asked him to marry her.
So she could have been upset.
What are you implying?
I'm implying motive.
No, I don't think Michael's capable of murder.
Everybody's capable of it, Mrs. Forrester. It happens. I mean, it almost happened here. Chambers got shot. That much we know for sure.
Well, then you'd better find out who did it.
I'll do the best I can, Mrs. Forrester.
Do better than the best, Mr. Jones, because my son is innocent.
Excuse me, ladies.
You're certain that Ridge didn't shoot Grant?
Not a shadow of doubt.
Even if all the evidence is stacked up against him?
Doesn't matter. My brother's not a killer. Wait a minute. You don't think he did it?
No, of course not. But you didn't answer my question. If Ridge didn't pull the trigger, who did? Why are you looking at me like that?
Just thinking.
About what?
You like my brother, don't you?
Ridge? Yeah, of course.
He's been good to you. Helped get your career off the ground.
Yeah, your whole family's been wonderful.
We believe in you, Michael.
I appreciate that, but I don't know what you're getting at.
Loyalty.
Loyalty?
It's very important to all of us.
It's important to me, too.
Is it?
Yes, of course. Listen, Thorne, if this is about Grant's
These are very
shooting...
difficult times around here.
I'm aware of that.
We need to rally together, support one another.
I want to support Ridge.
Do you? Really?
Well, I don't want to see him go to prison.
None of us do.
Yeah, none of us except for Grant, maybe. Listen, Thorne. I am on your brother's side. I hope you believe me. Is that all?
For now.
Well, I better get on these reports.
A toast to you, Grant. Good to have you back in one piece, pal.
Oh.
Bravo.
Salute.
You know something? The times they are a-changin' very fast, huh? Even 2 weeks ago, who would have dreamt that Clark Garrison and Sally Spectre would be sitting here having a swell party in the hallowed halls of Forrester?
Well, it would have never happened with the Forresters in charge, right?
You got that right. Never in a million years.
Well, I just want you both to know that I really appreciate your support.
Don't mention it. Just glad you're all right. Clark, I think that you and I should make a clean getaway while we still can before the Forrester goon squad steps in and throws us in the hoosegower for vagrancy.
Well, I want you to know. Thank you again. And Clark, thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, Mrs. Chambers, honey, you remember you are welcome at Spectra Fashions anytime. Anytime at all right? Actually, it might be interesting for you. See how the working class lives, huh?
Hey there.
I got a message you wanted to see me?
More than you could possibly imagine.
What are you doing in the building?
Gee, it's nice to see you too, Stephanie.
Don't worry, we were just leaving.
I don't even want you here to begin with. Do you understand?
Am I wrong, or is that decision really not yours to make anymore, Stephanie?
Grant, you keep these two away from this building and from this company.
A little extra paranoid today, aren't we, Stephanie?
With good reason where you're concerned, Sally.
Now, come on, Stephanie. We're not here to steal any trade secrets.
Oh, well, that'd be a first, wouldn't it?
Ah, please.
Don't waste your breath denying it, Sally.
I wasn't about to. You want to get ahead in a tough racket like this, you make mistakes.
Oh, is that what they call stealing?
Ladies, now, let's keep things civil.
Oh, you don't even know the meaning of the word civil.
Oh, why is that, Stephanie? Because he doesn't speak the Queen's English like you do? Because none of us graduated from finishing school and we're not born with a silver shovel in our mouths?
You're a thief, Sally. You've always been one, and you will continue to be one. When times get tough and you get overextended and Bucky Boy decides he doesn't want to service you anymore and takes off, you'll be stealing again.
Wait a minute, Stephanie.
No, you wait a minute. My name is still on the outside of this building. I don't want them here, and I don't want them to think that they're welcome here. Do you understand, Grant?
Mm-hmm. This feud you have with these people, it's none of my business. These people showed me kindness. They came to the hospital, they brought flowers and well wishes, and they showed me some concern, unlike you and your family. So I am not going to treat these people like common criminals.
Oh, yes, Stephanie, speaking of common criminals, terribly sorry to hear about Ridge's problems. Must be awfully upsetting for you.
You have 5 minutes to get out of this building, and then I'm calling the police.
What's up?
Long day.
It just started.
Don't remind me.
Is there something I can do for you?
Well, now, there's an interesting thought.
Can't be that interesting.
Actually, there is a reason I wanted to see you. This.
What is it?
You have to open it up and find out.
A ski suit?
Not just any ski suit.
What, is Forrester designing ski wear now?
No, it's hot off the racks from Fenmore's department store. Just for you.
Me?
Yes, and if we leave now, we can be on the slopes by noon. Cruising a double black diamond, a couple of feet of powder, everyone's gonna be there.
Everybody who?
Well, you know, it's one of those celebrity charity events. Robert Redford, John Denver. It's gonna be a blast.
You know Robert Redford and John Denver?
Well, I've only met Robert a couple of times. Me and John go way back. We're old friends.
Oh, get out of here. I grew up listening to that music.
Well, who didn't? Does that mean you'll come?
Thorne, I don't know.
What's the problem?
Well, I just can't leave.
Why not?
What if your brother needs me?
What if you actually had a chance to enjoy yourself? You've been through hell, Taylor. You owe it to yourself to relax, to have some fun. Look, I'm worried about Ridge, too. We all are. But right now, there's nothing we can do. Now, come on. What do you say?
May I help you?
You're Michael Lai?
Yes, that's right. Who are you?
Hunter Jones.
Look, if you are a reporter...
I'm a private investigator, hired by Ridge Forrester. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, look, Mr. Jones, right now is a really bad time.
Why don't we make the time?
Are you trying to tell me that I'm a suspect? Because that's ridiculous. Grant saw Ridge shoot him.
I know what Chambers thinks he saw. I've been hired by Mr. Forrester to get to the bottom of this. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, I intend to find the person who really shot Chambers. Are you going to help me or not?